my god, Geno. Whenever you hear about who is going to be a Smash Bros. DLC character, all you ever seem to hear about is people saying, Geno should be in the game, put Geno in the game, he'll be amazing. Look, I'm putting it out there, I don't want Geno in Smash Bros. If you hadn't gathered from the title. I am going to discuss this, I think it's important I discuss this, but first I'm going to do a little bit of a history lesson. Now, I know a lot of people who will know who Geno is, will know exactly where he's come from, but there may be some people who actually don't know who this Pinocchio-looking thing is. Now, he first made his first appearance in Super Mario RPG Legend of the Seven Stars on the Super Nintendo. Worst sodding title ever, by the way. Like, Super Mario RPG, are you kidding me? That is a shit title. Why do you have to put Super Mario RPG? Look, never mind. He became a playable character during the game, and he was a Star Warrior, and he basically went down to Earth and then just jumped in this Pinocchio puppet thing, and hey, you've got Geno. And then from there, it gained a cult following, and he has kind of got bigger and bigger and bigger, and his names have been rumoured more and more and more every generation of Smash Brothers. It seems to be a thing. Now, as you may be thinking, wow, he doesn't look like a normal Mario character. Well, that's because he ain't. He is made by Squaresoft. They're the ones who made the game, and it does definitely fit more of a Final Fantasy Chrono Trigger sort of game rather than a Mario. He looks nothing like a Mario character. Now, when Smash Bros. First came along, and as we all know, I played it, I loved the first Smash Bros. N64, he was never mentioned, but then after the Snake and Sonic appearances, then basically it was fair game. Anyone could make an appearance, and that's when it all started. Now, he then did appear as a Mii costume, and that's about as far as we've got. That's the closest you've got is a Mii costume. He has been a spirit in the new game, but really the thing is, should he be a character? So people are saying there are 4 more spots left, he should take one of them up. Well, no. In my opinion, absolutely not. If you want a balanced argument, go elsewhere, because you know I don't give a shit. This is a totally biased opinion, and if you've come here to listen, you've just probably come here to make me fucking rant. That's probably all I'm going to be doing. And as always, if you do like me ranting, please leave a like, comment and subscribe, it just really helps. And if you don't like what I'm saying, rather than hit a dislike like a penis, why don't you just actually just put a comment and I'll have a little rant with you. It's all good fun and banter at the end of the day, no need to start being aggressive. Right, going on to Geno. The game itself is bloody niche. Super Mario RPG, I heard about it when I was growing up, only from like magazines because the internet was barely a thing. It ultimately wasn't a thing, it wasn't even around. But I don't think you could even buy that game in England. I don't think it was a thing unless you had some connections, like maybe a secret drug lord or something. I never saw that in my local Woolworths or local EB Games. I just don't think it was around. And if I was going to play any RPG at the time anyway, you were going to play Final Fantasy II or Final Fantasy III, namely Final Fantasy IV or Final Fantasy VI, which are probably much better games. Final Fantasy VI is one of the best games of all time, and Super Mario RPG, I ain't seeing that coming to the front, and I'm not seeing that being begged for a remake. If anything, the remake that came about, well, it wasn't a remake, it was a sequel, it was the Paper Mario series. That was the next RPG, so it wasn't exactly Super Mario RPG got the loving of everyone. And if the game's niche enough, then bloody Geno's niche as well. When have you ever seen Geno again? And I am not counting that sodding cameo he had in Mario and Luigi. I'm just not counting that. He's never appeared in a game since, so why does everyone bloody love him? I just don't get it. And he's not even a fun... Okay, yeah, he's a bit fun. He's got guns. He looks like Pinocchio with guns. Okay, I can understand that logic. But I just don't understand the following. It's not like a Cloud Ryu-esque character, but again, this is all subjective and my mind can't cope with people. I just don't know. The thing is, when looking at Geno from a business perspective, there are 4 spots left. If he comes in, is he going to sell anything? Let's look, for example, okay, I banged on about Crash, but I'm going to use Crash as an example. If you saw Crash as a DLC character, someone may think, oh, Crash is cool, I'm going to go out and buy the new Crash Bandicoot games, which will probably be coming out roughly the same time that Crash will be announced. He is coming. He's coming. But with Geno, is anybody going to be rushing out to go play Mario or Super Mario RPG? I don't think so. Yes, there will be people who will be happy, there will be people who will be rejoicing in the street, but I don't think it's going to make any sense in a business-wise. Min Min, for example, that was there to sell arms. Come on, we all knew it was there to sell arms. There's no other reason why it's to sell arms. But it has to be. But I can't see Geno having the same effect. If you're going to put him in, it's because of fan service alone. But at the same time, I think there are much better characters. Hell, I could probably start having a fart and I could probably think of way more. Again, Crash, Master Chief, Doomslayer, I can go through the list of ones I've already mentioned on past videos, so I'm not doing that, but there are. Geno is not even mentioned in the same breath as some of these characters, and you're telling me that he's going to get ahead of some of these other great ones. It's not happening. Also, it's been pointed out, and it's very clear, that Mario has already had one DLC representative, and that's in Piranha Plant. So I don't think they're going to have two, because again, it bulks up the system. But at the same time, if you're banging on about wanting to have Geno, what about your magic monster that is Waluigi? Is he going to get in? Can you imagine the riots that will happen if Waluigi doesn't get in, but a bloody puppet gets in? There'll be freaking chaos. Not that I want Waluigi as well. Again, people will be pissed off with that. I just don't see the thing with it. We've discussed this, blah, blah, blah. But again, and I can't see Geno getting over Waluigi if you could have anyone. Also, there's that little thing about who actually owns Geno, because I think his last appearance, I think there's an actual Square Enix copyright on it. And technically, it shouldn't be owned by Square Enix, because although they made it, they made it for Nintendo, so Nintendo's technically the holder of the rights. So let them sort out that political, legal battle of who owns who. It could be another Sony Marvel situation if it is the case. But if you're going to say if Square Enix owns the character, well, they've already had Hero. They've already had the Dragon Quest series. And again, I can't see Square Enix getting two bites of the cherry. Again, do you mean that you're going to get rid of Sora? Is Sora not going to get in because you're going to put Geno in? Again, people will get pissed off. Riots will happen. It will just be chaos. Let's just take it down a notch. I did say that if Geno does get in, it's because of the high demand. Well, tough shit, to be honest. Just because it's got a high demand means absolutely nothing. It's not our game. It's not your game. It's not my game. It's Sakurai's game. And in the day, it's what he wants. If he doesn't want to put Geno in, he's not going to put Geno in. It's as simple as that. We can beg and borrow all we want, but if he doesn't want him in there, he just doesn't want him in there. There's nothing we can do. And remember, it's not your game. It is not my game. I want my 4 characters, but I ain't going to get those 4 characters, and I'm not going to bitch and moan if they don't get in. Well, I will if Crash gets in, but that's another thing. Also, there's this thing that, Sakurai said he wanted Geno in when he did this interview once. Oh yeah, he probably did say that. He might want Geno in. But I'm sure at the same time he probably said, I probably want to have a shit today. I don't see a pile of shit being actually entered as a DLC character. You see what I'm saying? Just because he says he wants it doesn't mean necessarily that's going to be in. Also, that's only one interview. He could have just said that just to appease them. Also, if you asked him, do you want Crash Bandicoot in? Yes. Do you want Jill Valentine in? Yes, I'd like Jill Valentine in. Do you want Pac-Man in? Well, yeah, Pac-Man will be good at the time. Doesn't mean to say because he says Geno is in, he is the number one forefront in his game. Didn't he say he wanted the characters from Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and they didn't get in, so they're Mii fighters? Doesn't necessarily mean they're going to be in the game, people, so don't literally look at every bit of sniff of information and dramatically think this is happening. My god, I think we take it a bit too much. But then people say, he deserves it, Oh, fuck off. No. Screw any rules people say about, not allowed this, it can't be this, it's got to be in 3 games. It doesn't really matter. But there's no deserving of anything. Do you think Min Min deserves to be in there? No. But she's in there. So why are we fucking moaning about this shit? If there's no deserving, there's no rules, it's just basically whatever Sakurai or corporate wants, and we just have to deal with it. And if you're going to get all pissy about the list and high demand, let's just look back at that list which you had Japan, Europe and America. Japan wanted a fucking Gundam in there. A Gundam was on the list. Gundams, if anyone doesn't know, are 16 meters sodding tall. So how are you going to put a Gundam into the bloody game? That'd be pretty cool, to be honest, if I saw Wing Zero Custom flying around. But you're not going to have a sodding 16 meter Gundam running around. It's just going to be stupid. So just because you want it doesn't mean it's going to be in. And to be honest, I think all you're going to get is a spirit. I think the spirit of him being put in the game was kind of a reflection. People like him. That's all you're going to get, and that's about as far as you're going to go. As I said at the beginning, I am pretty biased as I've not even played the thing, so I can't really comment too much, and I might even start playing it and actually like it, and then probably join the bandwagon and go, shit, I'm one of those people now. But as I said, seeing Pinocchio with a gun is pretty cool. Could you see the Disney one doing that? It'd make a much different story if he started popping off people, it'd be great. But at the same time, if he does get in the game, I'm not going to suddenly go piss my pants and kick off and then send to Sakurai, I'm not playing this game anymore, and then throw it in the bin. No, I'm actually going to burn it. I'm going to get some lighter fluid and set it on fire, because I'm an adult and I'm a big boy. Don't be stupid. It's a sodding video game. We keep going on about this time and time again. Let's not all get pissy. Now, I have ranted long enough. As always, if you agree with me, put it in the comments. If you don't agree with me, put it in the comments. I'm doing this because someone told me I should rant about this, and I think it deserves its own bloody video. So until next time, until I think of something else I'm going to rant about, I've been HBT, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.